imagine creating a full music track, melody, drums, bass, and everything without playing a single instrument. Sounds crazy, right? That's exactly what I did, and it only took a few minutes. Stick around because in this video, I will show you the AI tools that made it possible and how you can start making music instantly. No skills required. This video is for you whether you are a music producer looking to speed up your workflow or a YouTuber looking to use music in your videos without worrying about copyright, or an AI enthusiast curious to learn how it all works. Check out the links in the description. If you would like to get all the resources, use it to build this automation. We will use Suno.com indirectly for generating AI music. Here I'm on their website. You can sign up for a free account with them. Here we can see their subscription plans. Here is the basic plan that is entirely free. You will get 50 credits on a daily basis, which means you can produce 10 songs, all for free. And if you want to scale higher, you have a pro plan and you have a premier plan. Let us play a song and see how it sounds like.
I've been looking for a reason, drawn to your light. Every step feels like a secret, and it's all.
It is really good, right? You can create songs here by clicking on this create button. All that you can do while you're on their website, but it does not provide any APIs directly to connect through make.com to automate music production. Hence, we will use AIMLAPI.com that provides the API to connect it to Suno.com. You will need to purchase the subscription plan for AIMLAPI.com, which is not that very expensive. Tools we need to set up this automation are AIMLAPI.com. As I just mentioned, this provides the API for us to connect to Suno.com. Here I am on their billing plan page. They offer a free plan, but it is restricted to certain models only. If we want to use this with Suno.com, we need to purchase this $4.99 per week plan. You can purchase this plan if you want to try it out and then cancel immediately. You will still be charged $5, but it will be valid up to 1 week. Then we will need to generate an API key. You can go to this key management option here, and then you can click on this create API key. Once the key is created, it will be displayed here. Then you can click this button to copy the API key and store it somewhere so that we can use it later in make.com automation. Next is make.com to automate the workflows. You can create a free account with make.com, and with the free account, you will get 2 free active scenarios and 1000 free operations, which is sufficient for us to create this workflow automation. Here is a pricing plan page. As you scale up, you can go for subscription plans depending on your requirement. Here we have different tiers of subscription plans. We have core, we have pro, we have teams, and then we have enterprise. Make.com is a powerful no-code automation tool. Next is Soundcloud. It is a popular online audio platform where users can upload, listen, and share audio content such as music, podcasts, and sound recordings. SoundCloud offers both free and paid plans with different features and benefits. We will use Google Sheets to store details about the music and to approve the music. Then we will use ChatGPT with OpenAI API key. We will use ChatGPT to generate title for our music song. I made a separate video with the title how to create OpenAI API key. You can refer to the link in the video description. You can also use any other alternate AI LLM models such as Claude AI or Perplexity AI. Make sure you have some credit balance in all your API key accounts. Gather all above mentioned details beforehand so that you can build make automation without any interruption. Download the resources I provided in the description before you start building the automation. Using the template will save you a lot of time as compared to starting from scratch. This will be a simple workflow. Let us look at the process flow and the steps involved to accomplish that. Here we can see the overall process flow. First, we have this Google Sheets where we are storing the details about the AI music, and we will use this Google Sheets to approve the generation of the music. Upon our approval, a request will be sent to Suno through the API, and then the AI song will be created. After the AI song is created, we will download the AI song so that it can be uploaded into SoundCloud. We'll also create a title for our song by using ChatGPT. And finally, we will upload the title as well as the song to Soundcloud for further distribution. Make sure to upload the AI music spreadsheet under your My Drive in your Google account. In this AI music spreadsheet, we have these columns. We have the song genre, we have the speed, mood, and whether we want vocals or not. And then we have the song ID, the lyrics for the song, and then the link. And this is the approval button telling it to generate the song. Under genre, we have different options, like if you want to generate a pop song, you can select pop. You want to generate a rock song or a hip hop or electronic or country or R&B, you can add more genres here if you want. And in the speed column, we have slow, moderate, or upbeat. And in the mood column, we have happy, sad, romantic, calming. You can add more as per your requirement. And here you mention whether you want to generate vocals or not. Once you select these values, you click on this generate option, then the song will be generated. The ID, lyrics, link fields will be filled when we run the make scenario by clicking this generate checkbox. To start working with the template, first log into your make account by clicking this login button here. You can see here I am logged on to my make account. Initially, this dashboard will display to you as soon as you log in. First, you will need to import the blueprint I provided in the resource section. Click on this create a new scenario, then click on this three dots here, then click on import blueprint, then click on this choose file. Navigate to the directory where you have downloaded the template file, and then select this FBSAI music.json file, and then click on this open button. Once the file is selected here, click on this save button. You can see the model has been imported now. First, we have this Google Sheets watch changes module. This module is designed to trigger the scenario whenever a change is made to a specific Google Sheet in real time. It monitors for real-time updates in your Google Sheet. For example, if you update any values here, it will trigger the scenario. Click on this module to configure it. The triggering of this scenario is implemented via a webhook. Click on this create a webhook option. You can give any name to the webhook. I'm just calling AI music _ web demo. Then click on this save button. As you can see, a unique URL will be generated for this specific scenario by make.com, and make.com listens at this address for data signals. As soon as it receives the data signal, it will trigger this workflow scenario. In order for this to work properly, we need to implement two more steps. First, we need to install the make add-on for the Google Sheet, and this is just one-time activity. You will be doing it only once, and once you are done, you can use it forever. To perform the integration of Google Sheet with Make, I recommend you to log in using incognito mode of the Chrome browser so that it will not interfere with any of the existing extensions or add-ons. Here I am logged in incognito mode and I have opened the spreadsheet AI music. In order to install the add-on, click on this extensions option. Click on this get add-ons in the add-ons menu. In the search bar, type in make and hit enter, and we got this make for Google Sheets add-on. Make sure this is the one that you are installing. It should have good number of installations. Here it is showing 298K. Click on this one, then click on this install, click continue. Answer all the prompts so that it will establish a connection to your Google account. Here you can see it has been installed. Click this done button, close this out. Once we install the add-on, go back to the make scenario, then click on this copy address to clipboard. Again, come back to the AI music spreadsheet, then click on this extensions option. You will see make for Google Sheets option here once the add-on is successfully installed. Then click on this settings option here, then paste the webhook URL in webhook URL field here. Scroll down and then click on this save button. Wait for a few seconds until you see this settings saved successfully message. Make sure you see this message, otherwise the scenario may not work properly. Then click this OK button. Then come back to make scenario and then click this OK button. Now let us do a small test to check how the integration is working. In order to test this module, we will first disconnect the rest of the modules from the scenario. Right click on this line and then select unlink here. Now click on this run once button. We can see this module is waiting for data now. Let us go back to the AI music spreadsheet and then type in some value here, A, B, CD. Let us come back to the make scenario. You can see the module ran, and then here is the output you see. Here we can note down this values section. You can see in the column E we have typed this A, B, C, D. We got that value here. Here you see this range. You can click on that and expand it. Here you see column start 5, column end 5, and then row start 3, row end 3. You go back to AI music spreadsheet. That's where we have specified this ABCD value. This is the third row and fifth column. So the good thing is once you make any change in any of the cell, we will get the information about the entire row. We'll be able to access any of these values that are there in that specific row. Now we know the integration is working fine. Let us connect back these modules. Essentially what we will be doing is we will be selecting these values in these columns and then click on this generate button to generate the song. All that information we are taking from this Google Sheet row and then using this module to generate the song. We are using the HTTP request here. Click on this module to configure it. Now we need to formulate this request as per the documentation of the API on AIMLAPI.com website. Let us go to the documentation on AIMLAPI.com. Let us click on this API reference. On the left side, you have different models displayed. We are interested in this audio model. Once you click that one, it will display the Suno audio models. We're going to use the Suno AI V1 model. Click on that one, and here we have different API calls. We're going to use the generate an audio API call. Click on that generate an audio API documentation. Here we have all the details about that API call. Here it says how the request should be formulated in order to generate this song. We need to use this URL. This is the endpoint of the API. So we're going to copy this and then paste it in our HTTP request module. Here you see we have the same URL here. Then we are using the request type as post. That means we are sending some information to this API endpoint. There is another type of request that is called get. When we use the get, we are going to receive the information. When we are using post, we are going to send the information. Here, since we are telling Suno AI to generate the song, we are sending it the information about the song. Hence, we will be using the post request type. That's why we have this method as post. You can click this drop down box here. These are different types of request methods. The most frequently used ones are the post and the get. So here we are using the post request method. And here we need to tell AIMLAPI.com that we are authorized to connect it to their website. That's why we need to use the headers section here and then specify we are using this authorization method, and then we are using this API key saying that I'm a valid user on AIMLAPI.com. This is the API key that we have obtained earlier from AIMLAPI.com. You just need to put bearer word in front of that and then give a space and then paste your API key. Then the content type should be application/JSON. That's what we have mentioned here. Content type is application JSON. And here we are specifying the body. Body type is raw here. And then content type is JSON. That means we are going to give our request in JSON format. That's what we are specifying here. So this is the body, and we can utilize these keywords: prompt, make underscore instrumental, wait underscore audio. Prompt is any string that you want to give information on what type of song you want to generate. Then the make instrumental is a Boolean value. It can be true or false. Again, wait audio also Boolean, means it can have a true or false value. Here you can see an example. Prompt is any text. Here make instrumental is false. We don't want to generate only the instrumental music. So that's why we will also be specifying false here. And then wait audio is also false. When we give the wait audio false, the request to generate the song will be handled in the background. Let us look at the make module configuration now. In the prompt, we gave this instruction create. We're saying the values from the first row, the column B, column C, column A, we can go back here and see what values they represent. B, C, A. We want an upbeat song, happy, and a pop genre. We're also saying it should make the song a catchy one. And make instrumental, we are giving the if statement here. Depending on the value of the column, it will be set to true or false. Here we are using a simple make function. You can see here, this is a simple if statement. If the condition is true, whatever condition we specify, if that condition is true, execute A, execute instructions here. If the condition is false, then execute instructions here. That means if this condition is true, the statement here will be executed, and if the condition is false, the statement here will be executed. Wait audio is false, that means the song will be generated in the background. We will introduce a time delay in our scenario so that the song will be completed in the background. Again, make sure parts response is set to yes. Once you finalize the configuration, click on this OK button to save your changes. Then we have this sleep module. Sleep module allows you to pause the execution of your scenario for a specific amount of time. Since we are generating the song in the background, we want to add some delay here so that the song generation is completed before we proceed with the next modules in the workflow. Click on this module. We just added 45 seconds delay here. That should be sufficient. Then click on this OK button. Now we can do a small test to see how it is working. It's a good idea to keep testing the workflow as we build to make sure we are getting the expected result. To do that, you can right click and unlink the rest of the modules from the workflow. Let us do right click here and then click on this unlink button. Click this run once button. It is saying there is already unprocessed data in the webhook queue. We can click on this wait for new data. You can see now it is waiting for the data signal. Let us go back to the AI music spreadsheet and then click this generate button. Let us come back to the make scenario. We can see the song is being generated now. We are waiting for the song to be generated. I will pause and then come back when the song gets generated. We can see all the three modules finished successfully and the song has been generated. We can confirm it is working fine. Let us connect this back to the next module so that we can continue working configuration of the subsequent modules. Now we are using this HTTP request module to retrieve the information about the generated song. Click on this module to configure. We are using this HTTP request module to receive the information about the song we just generated. We will go back again to the AIMLAPI.com documentation on how to formulate the request to get the details of the song that we generated. The fetch generations is the API call that is used to get information about the generated song. Here is the API reference for that call. It retrieves the information about audio generated in Suno AI, including metadata and settings. This is the URL that we need to provide, and we also need to provide the query parameters, which is the ID of the song that was generated. So this is an example of the URL. The URL is appended with the ID of the song. You can take this same URL format and then paste it here, and this ID we are getting it from the previous module where we generated the song. You can click in this column and the previous module values will show up, and here using this ID field here. This is a dynamic. This will represent the ID each time a song gets generated here. Then because we are retrieving the information, we will use the request method as get. Here you see the method we are using is get. And again, we need to provide our credentials to AIMLAPI.com saying that we are authorized, use those API calls. Here we are providing authorization header, and then the value is bearer and then followed by your API key. Then content type is application/JSON, and similarly to the generate audio API call, we have the body here. We will be using the raw type, and then content will be application/JSON. Same thing here, body type raw, and then content type is JSON, and then parse response is set to yes. Once you're done configuration with this module, click on this OK button to save your changes. Next, we are using Google Sheet Update Row module. As we have seen here, we will be updating these three columns against these values. The Update Row module allows you to modify existing data within a specific row of your Google Sheet. Click on this module to configure it. If you already created a connection, it will be available for selection here. Else, you will see create a connection option here. And once you click on that, you will see this create a connection dialog box pop up. You can give any name to the connection here. Then click on this sign in with Google and follow all the prompts to allow Make to connect to your Google account. You can see here I am already connected to my Google account. For search method, we are using search by path, and drive, we are using my drive. Make sure you uploaded the AI music spreadsheet into my drive before you configure this module. In the spreadsheet ID field, click once and let it refresh. Then it will show you the available spreadsheets in your my drive. Select the one that says AI music, and in the sheet name we have sheet 1 as default. There's no need to change that. And in the row number we have row start. Then table contains headers is set to yes. Here we are getting all these values from the previous module where we generated the song. We are getting the data ID, and then we are getting the lyrics, and then we are getting the link to the audio URL. Once you're done configuring this module, click on this OK button to save your changes. Here we also set up the filter. Let us examine the filter. What we are saying here is we should send the information to the next module to generate the song only when these conditions are met. That means in this column, we should have a value of true. That means when the generate box is checked, only then generate song module should run. As we can see in the spreadsheet here, the column value 8 means it corresponds to the generate column. We have to give the column number there. For that, we need to count the column number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8th column represents this generate column. As you can see, there is a check mark here, means it will display true in that cell here. If you remove the check mark, it will display false in this cell here. That's what we are using in this filter criteria. We are saying that the generate column should be set to true. Only then this module will run and the subsequent modules will be running after this module. Next we have download a song module. Here we are using HTTP request get file module. We want to download the song so that we can upload it into our Soundcloud account. Click on this module. It just has the URL information from the previous module. The HTTP get a file module serves the purpose of downloading a file from a publicly accessible URL. As you can see, it is a very simple module. It just needs the URL of the file. Click this OK button to save your changes. Here we are using artificial intelligence tool ChatGPT to generate the title for the song. Click on this module to configure. If you already created a connection, it will be available for selection in the drop-down box. Else you will see create a connection option here. Once you click that, you will see create a connection dialog box pop up. You can give any name to this connection. We need to paste the API key and the organization ID here. I will show you where to find the API key and the organization ID in your OpenAI account. Log into your OpenAI account. Once you are logged into your OpenAI account, click on this settings icon, then click on your profile, then go to user API keys tab. Here you will find your API key. Copy that API key and then click on this organization. Here you will find the organization ID value. Copy the organization ID value, then come back to make and then paste those two values here and then click this save button. You can see here I am connected to my OpenAI account. For select method, we are using create a chat completion, and for the model we are using GPT-4o mini system, that is the least expensive of all the available models. You can click on this drop down box and select any other model you would like to. Then we are mentioning couple of prompts here, instructing ChatGPT on how it should generate the title for our song. In the first prompt, we have specified user as the role. We are saying please create me a song title for these lyrics. We have provided the lyrics for the song. And in the second prompt, we are saying please don't include any intros or outros. If you don't specify this, ChatGPT may say, oh sure, this is the song, like that. It may add some additional information to the song title, which you don't want. That's why we are saying do not include any intros or outros. Then click on this OK button to save your changes. Next, we are using Soundcloud to upload our new song and make it available to everyone and for further distribution of the song. Click on this module to configure it. If you already created a connection, it will be available for the selection in this drop down box. Else you will see create a connection option here. Once you click on that, you will see create a connection dialog box pop up. You can give any name to the connection here. Then click on this save button and follow the prompts and allow make to connect to your SoundCloud account. You will see this dialog box once the connection is established successfully. You can see here I'm already connected to my SoundCloud account. Under the file, check this radio button and the title we are getting from our ChatGPT module mapped to the result field of the ChatGPT module. Then in the asset data, we have downloaded the song in this HTTP module. We are providing that information here, and you can leave remaining fields at their default value. You can give any additional information if you want to. Then click on this OK button to save your changes. And finally, click on this save button to save your scenario configuration. Now our scenario is ready for testing. Before we run, let us look at the spreadsheet here. Here you see the E, F, G columns are blank, and we want to generate pop genre, upbeat and happy mood song with vocals in it. Now let us click this run once button to start executing the scenario. You can see the watch changes module is waiting for the data. Let us go back to the AI music spreadsheet and check this column. Let us come back to the make scenario. You can see it started running. Now it is generating the song. I'll come back when it finishes the song generation. You can see now the song is being downloaded. Here we can see the scenario ran successfully, and let us look at the AI music spreadsheet. Here you can see the ID has been populated, the lyrics column has been populated, the link has been populated. You can look at the lyrics here. Let us look at the SoundCloud. Here is the one that has been uploaded, the Sunshine Serenade. Let us play the song and hear how it sounds.
Bright early sunshine on my face. Got my sneakers on, I'm ready to embrace every little thing that comes into my way. Oh, I'm feeling good today. Running down the street, music in my ears, swaying to the beat, no worries, no fears. Neighbors say hello.
How does it sound? You have generated this song in just a few clicks. It's incredible, right? After completing the scenario configuration and testing and making sure whether it is working as per your expectation, you can schedule the scenario to run at regular intervals. You can click on this scheduling setting and change the scheduling interval as per your requirement. Finally, you will need to activate the make scenario by switching the button to on position. You can see now your scenario is active. Congratulations! You successfully built creating AI music workflow automation in make.com. Now you can start generating new songs as per your needs. If you found this video useful, please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comment section if there is any specific topic you want to be covered. Bye until next video.